So, my overall perception of your profile at the moment from a marketing perspective is not anything that's going to blow your mind because it's all things that you've said before. We're currently attracting a really particular kind of client. These short notice, coming because they really want to get off sort of guys seems to be the majority of what you're dealing with based on all the notes that I read about all the inquiries that you've had, the fact that a lot of them aren't converting, some of the feedback that you're getting. Would you agree with that kind of generalization for the moment?
Yes.
Okay. My experience is that this more porny marketing approach does influence that.
Yeah, I think like the reason I tried to do it like that is because I don't like selling the girlfriend experience because I don't like oral and stuff like that. But yeah, I get what you mean. Like I wanted to like sell it off like, I'm that fun blonde chick you never got to fuck in high school,
Mm.
And it's kind of come off either like, oh, she parties or she offers natural services or, all the all the stuff. I shouldn't say bad because some people want that, but no, not me. I just didn't want them to eat my pussy. That's all that was my, how I was trying to sell it off and it hasn't really fixed that.
Yeah, and I totally get it. And I can see I see that in what you're doing. Just remember that we've got like a male audience and their perception is different to ours.
Yes, of course.
Okay. So I think that if we change that approach, which is essentially what I'm about to talk about. So again, I'm not coming up with anything super revolutionary. I just want to make sure you're comfortable with it. And then I'll lay out the groundwork for how we do this. But attracting a client who I think what you said is right. Like I'm that young, fun, blonde girl. What I would probably overlay with that is I'd be pushing more in the direction of sweet, young uni student, like playing that visual of a uni student because your age and your size, as you're seeing.
Yeah, like so much clients when they see me, they ask, "Are you studying?" I'm like, "Bro, I fuck full time." Like, yeah, like lots of people. Same with the. I know you don't like talking about OnlyFans, but like even my agency said, "We're gonna sell you as like a young uni student." I'm like, "Bro, I'm not in uni." Like, but like, what happens if like they expect I'm studying and then they're like, "Oh, so you're not?" Do I? Because I don't like lying really. Like, do I just pretend I'm studying or uh, I don't know? Am I thinking too much about it? Because I just feel like if I sell myself off like that, I'm going to get so much questions about like if I'm studying and stuff like that. And when that happens, like I got if clients like think I'm, like a good girl who's like studying, trying to earn some money to like become a fucking lawyer or some shit, they get disappointed, like, oh, she's just ruining her life.
Mm, I get what you mean. How comfortable would you be with this response? If the profile paints the picture of a sweet young uni student, and then a client asks you about that, which is ultimately your personal life, would you be comfortable with saying, I'm taking a break from uni at the moment, and I keep that part of my life a bit more private? How would you feel about that?
Maybe, but like, I don't know. I feel like most people know I'm like, I know just from my social media, like, I that I've like full on sex tapes and shit like that. So I don't know. It's really hard because I want to sell myself as like a porn star. So I I guess I could like just like try not to mention it, be like, oh, my personal life's private, but like I'm a really open person and I don't know. Uh, I'm not 100% sold on that response, I guess. But I do like understand where you're trying to come from the marketing perspective, like a sweet young. So like when they see me, that they're not like shocked.
You just said then I want to sell myself as a porn star. Can you tell me more about that?
Well, I have my beacons link and I have like the links to it is like OnlyFans, sex tapes, spicier sex tapes. And it's too late to go back and get rid of all my sex tapes, and I don't really want to because I do make, like, it's not much money as you would have seen, but I do make a little bit of money off it. And I think the reason I started doing that is because I have a friend who she's a porn star. I mentioned her before. She's a porn star, but she was on Scarlet Blue. And she said, "Oh, I make most of my money off OnlyFans," and that's where I was like, "Oh, fuck! I didn't know you could make more money off of escorting than only like." She's just like that lucky, when you're a porn star, so everyone wants to subscribe to your OnlyFans. I didn't really realize that's why. Yeah, so I guess I kind of just tried to copy her. But like we have totally different looks. Like she has like D-cut boobs. She's tall. Like we look very visibly different. So we shouldn't be trying to market at each other the same way, you know? But I've kind of just tried to copy her because before you, she was like really the only other escort that I knew personally.
Okay. What I'm focused on at the moment is changing the quality of your clients.
Yeah, me too. Because like it's really stressful. I'm having a bad time.
Yeah,
Most of the time. Like sometimes I have a great experience, like but like I feel like I'm surprised when a client's nice to me, which isn't very good.
Not only is it not very good, it doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah.
That's my focus for you. And to be honest, OnlyFans, porn, and escorting are completely different.
Yeah. They're like all sex work, but they're all different.
Sure, they're all in the adult industry, but they are ultimately different business models, different experiences, and the result that you're getting of the client in the room is because of the marketing. It's these guys that are like porny and like basically like ready to come now. This is how they behave when they get in the room. And so all of the issues that you're dealing with, it's not you that's the issue. It's just that you're attracting guys with this specific profile. And therefore we're having all of these kind of like practical, I don't want to call them issues, but situations that aren't pleasant to deal with.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I understand. I'm not trying to defend myself. Like I knew there's definitely something wrong with my marketing. I didn't know how to handle it because like when I tried to sell more like a girl next door kind of vibe, I kept getting those like GFE clients and that was causing me pain, and now they're calling me pain because they're too rough,
Yeah, totally. I do know. I think for the clients going down on you and stuff like that, what we can do is work together on controlling the dynamic in the room a bit better, like just pretending to come more quickly. Like at the end of the day, there's never a perfect scenario. Like I had the same thing. There was some clients.
Like I don't expect clients not to ever do it again or anything. And just because I don't personally like it, doesn't mean that like I can't provide it as a service. It's just like when it's causing me pain,
Yeah, totally. So I want to get clear between us, and I've got some thoughts on the social media stuff because I get that you have all that stuff online, you are making money from it. So I'm not saying that we don't have that, but is the clear priority in escorting to obviously increase the income, but also to have better quality clients that don't do these things that we've been talking about today?
Yes.
Okay. How do you feel about having two profiles or two personas? You leave it as is, you keep all of your content, etc. If you want to keep pushing that content, building a profile like on OnlyFans, taking bookings from there, even when they come through, and you may find that, well, not if, obviously they do come through, you may find that over time, you even turn into just a social media thing, where sure, guys will pay money and send you tips and stuff like that off that porny experience, but then you don't have to deal with them in the room because you've got a profile, an escort profile that attracts a different type of client that isn't coming for a full-blown porn, sex or doll experience, but is coming for a softer, more about the companionship. Of course, there's always a sexual element, but it's not only about the sex, and therefore they behave a little bit differently. How do you feel about that concept? Or at least about giving it a try?
Well, that's why I signed with an OnlyFans agency because you've probably had worked with so much escorts. I'm so fucking sick of OnlyFans. I wish I never started it. It's just a waste of my time. I don't enjoy it. I don't like no offense, like I value like all my fans, but like the men who subscribe to porn, they're just like I don't respect them,
Mm.
and I don't know. I'd need to like properly think about how to articulate why I don't respect them, but it's just a different vibe from people inquiring to actually come and see me for my time. Like, or because all the lovely clients I see, they they don't even mention the OnlyFans. They're like, oh, I don't really care about that, and I'm like, oh. I don't even care if you don't subscribe to my OnlyFans, to be completely honest. Just because I had such a good time with you. Like,
Mm.
yeah, I don't know what it is, and I don't know how to feel about porn from like a value perspective, because you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's why I've recently signed with an agency because I do like that little bit of money I get from it, but like I prefer to just do bookings.
Okay. So what do you think about often when I work with people, if we're going to go in a direction that's a bit different to what they're doing, we will keep what you're doing for now just as is. I'm going to make a few tips off this call, specific videos you can watch that are going to help you with what you're currently doing. But putting that to the side for the moment, what we'll often do is just have another profile, completely different sort of marketing, has a different name, a different phone number. Don't worry about social media right now. And we go in a different direction. And then once we've built that up, even when you're ready, you can just shut and anything else related to it down if you don't feel like it gives you value and because your new profile is making you more.
Yeah, okay.
If you want to learn more escorting tips, just click the link below this video.